Welcome back to the King's Court, a podcast for Bethesda lovers and game lovers alike. I am joined with my co-host, Brother Joe, as I call him, Joey Caps. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, King. How are you, man? It's been a while. It's been a bit.
It has. Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year.
Same.
For me, it's great to be back on YouTube. I've kind of had a hiatus through the holidays and due to my health
Same
as
with
well.
me.
So it's good to be back, and it's good to see you back as well.
Thank you.
We're going to start talking about something that is probably on everybody's mind that is a BGS lover, and that is the Elder Scrolls 6. And we're going to talk about it because of what Bethesda did. Go ahead and tell the folks what Bethesda did, what they posted on Twitter for New Year's.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys what Bethesda did. Bethesda posted a Happy New Year's tweet, not Bethesda Elder Scrolls. And that makes it even, I feel like we have to clarify that. We have to.
You mean not Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah. We have to clarify that it was Elder Scrolls, not Elder Scrolls Online, that tweeted out this map. It was the Skyrim map. Well, half of it anyway.
Yep, part of Skyrim.
And they did say on the tweet, to the past and to the future, Happy New Year. And on the map, they strategically placed 3 candles. Not 4 candles to put in all 4 corners of the screen, but they strategically placed 3 candles, one by the Elder Scrolls Online coins, right, King?
Yes.
Then they also placed it over in Solitude, which is, in Skyrim, which would be considered the present.
Yes.
And then they put it all the way at the bottom left by Hammerfell. And that's where everybody went bananas and said, oh my gosh, Elder Scrolls 6 will be located in Hammerfell.
Okay.
We don't know that for sure.
No, but instead of debating that, since that's what we kind of think, and you said in your podcast about CamelWorks made a great video on it, and he did.
Yes.
Y'all go ahead and check that out. And also, people have done a lot of breakdowns on the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer itself, that it really looks like Hammerfell. And I want to talk today, instead of arguing, is it Hammerfell? Is it another place? I want to talk about why Hammerfell. Why would they do it in Hammerfell? What's going on? What's going to be the time period of the game? And I, people like us can sit here and pontificate all day long. That's not a bad word.
Pontificate.
Pontificate. No, we can talk and tell our ideas. I want to know, based on the clues that they have given us and understanding the lore, why would Bethesda pick Hammerfell if that is going to be Elder Scrolls 6? What's good about Hammerfell? What's bad about Hammerfell? That's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
What I do know about Hammerfell, within the time period of Skyrim, which, first off, do you think it's going to be close to the time period of Skyrim?
What's close in Elder Scrolls lore and Elder Scrolls timeline?
50 years, 100 years.
Yeah.
Which is normally what they do.
Yeah.
But now they can do something wild as well. The Elder Scrolls Online is 1,000 years, over 1,000 years. From these games. But for our discussion today, and I believe I know why, I think it's going to be very close to the time of Skyrim. Maybe a little past, but this is what's going on in the lore. And tell me if this wouldn't make a fabulous plot to a game. Number one, the Empire has given over the whole land of Hammerfell, which is the land of the Redguard, correct?
Yes.
They gave that to the, and I just went blank, the High Elves, which are, what are they called? I'll get it in a minute. Remember the Thalmor.
Thalmor, yes.
Because if you remember, Skyrim begins with General Tullius talking to the Thalmor as you come into the gate, okay? So the Empire and the Thalmor, which really are used in the Elder Scrolls as the big bad boogeymen, okay? They were very much involved with Skyrim, even though we didn't see them very much. There was one mission in Solitude where you actually went to one of the ministries of the Thalmor. Do you remember that, where you had to sneak in? You may not have done it yet, so I'll hush about it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's before you go on, King, I just want to let everybody know I've been playing Fallout for a very long time. That's why I started my YouTube channel, and it was around Fallout. But it's like, man, I gotta try Elder Scrolls out, so I did. And I recently just picked up Skyrim. I played through Oblivion's main quest. That's all I did in Oblivion. I have to go back and do other stuff in that game. But I was like, do you know what? I need to give Skyrim a shot. So I've fallen in love with it. But I'm new. I'm newer to Elder Scrolls. So if King has to dumb anything down, that's the reason, is because I'm newer. So just so you guys know, if I don't know what certain things are because if King forgets for some reason, well, don't stone me because I wouldn't. I'm new. I'm a new guy. I'm a noob. So that's
fine. That's fine. And the Elder Scrolls lore is so huge. There's nobody that knows it. You have to almost study it to understand what's going on. But
that's incredible.
The Empire, which controlled Hammerfell at a time, because of their lack of ability and because they wanted to appease the Thalmor, they actually gave Hammerfell to the Thalmor. Well, how do you think the Redguard people like that?
I don't think they like it.
Yeah, that would be.
I don't think they're going to be too happy.
That would be kind of like Trump or Biden, either one, saying today, well, since New Jersey and New York has, they've had this sickness that's going on, everything has been depleted. Y'all have had a problem with your police department. Y'all just can't handle it for yourself. We don't have any resources to come help you, so we're just going to give New Jersey and New York to Russia.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta go.
Would you just say okay? Well,
no.
Okay. That's what is happening during the time of Skyrim. Well, if you go back to Skyrim and look at the story, you had a civil war going on in Skyrim.
Yeah, the Imperials and the Stormcloaks.
Yeah. Plus, you had the Thalmor there as well.
Yeah,
so you kind of had that three thing going on. Well, if you look here, which is interesting, I believe you're definitely going to have a conflict between the Redguards and the Thalmor. But what I'm hoping for is that they actually pull the Empire back into it as well. So in other words, after the Empire gives Hammerfell over to the Thalmor, I hope we learn that there's an all-out war that breaks out and the Empire tries to step in and maybe help. And then you have that three there. Or what people have proposed, and I do as well, maybe the Bretons, which are just north in I went blank again. Anyway, they're just north of Hammerfell. Maybe they come in and try to help the Redguards. So I think we're definitely going to have a civil war type thing going on, except it's not going to be a civil war. It's going to be the Redguard fighting against the Thalmor in the upcoming Hammerfell game. What do you think about that, Joe? I mean, that it really almost writes itself for that basis of the game.
It makes sense. Story-wise, it makes sense. Yeah, I know I'm not familiar with the location Valenwood.
Yeah.
I don't maybe you could explain a little bit more, King, but I know years ago, this was pre-Fallout 4. People were talking about Elder Scrolls 6 and the location of that game being in Valenwood. Now, can you explain to me why someone would think that?
I have honestly seen the covers for Elder Scrolls 6 or the artwork box art for Blackreach, the Elder Scrolls 6 Blackreach. And then, as you said, or some people have called it Argonia. And then for Valenwood as well.
Yeah.
I think that was at a time people had absolutely no idea.
No idea.
And they were thinking, hey, this might be a great place for the next. Let's go see where the wood elves are, and that would be wow to see all that, the huge trees in the forest and their homes up in the trees. Wouldn't that be great? Or Black Marsh, where the Argonian people are, to see the swamps, and maybe even some of the tiger people that sometimes they come over from the other land. I forget what the other land is called other than Tamriel. Wouldn't that be neat as well? Well, yeah. But now we have something. We have actually two things. Number one, we have the trailer for The Elder Scrolls 6, which I believe shows Hammerfell, or at least Hammerfell right on the edge of the land of the Bretons. Is it High Rock? You might have to look it up for me. I'm sorry. My memory.
The land of the Bretons?
Yes.
That's what you want?
Okay. And it's not old age either. It's my medical condition. I used to be able to remember things. But anyway, it looks like it's that area. And in fact, there's been people that have done wonderful research and wonderful breakdown. I forget, and it might have been Camelworks again, that actually use the land mass and the map to show you where it is, where they think that the trailer is exactly on the map. There's even that huge hole. You remember the huge hole that's kind of black at the bottom in the trailer?
Yes.
Right there as you're coming up. That is actually explained. A wizard in Hammerfell had an accident and his magic went off.
Is it High Rock?
Yeah, High Rock is right
the
above.
Bretons, High Rock?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That guy, I believe it was Arena. Was it Arena or Daggerfall? Anyway, it was one of those games that the wizard actually had this accident and made this huge crater. So, I mean, it's in the lore in Hammerfell that there's this huge, and the map fits and all this. So it really looks...
Makes sense,
it does. So it really looks like Hammerfell is the place for the Elder Scrolls 6, confirmed not only by the trailer, but now by the Twitter page for Elder Scrolls. And what I'm saying with the lore, I think there's a great reason for it. And it would make a great game to do it shortly after Skyrim, so most people that are new to the Elder Scrolls are not lost. They understand kind of what's going on. Hammerfell is right beside Skyrim.
Yeah.
There may even be parts of Skyrim. Maybe what they showed is the area that's going to be there, and it's got some of High Rock, it's got some of Hammerfell, and it's got some Skyrim. Maybe we can go back to Skyrim.
In the King. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
What if we're putting BGS, we're putting gaming itself into a box, right? What if we're saying Hammerfell, which it makes sense. It totally makes sense. Look how they strategically place those candles. But Todd Howard has said about next gen, right? About the capabilities of next gen. And now we're here, next gen, now's current gen. They're capable to do much, much more than they were in the past. For example, they could have more NPCs in the cities.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
So you're able to do more. So maybe Hammerfell will be a thing for Elder Scrolls 6, but maybe, just maybe, that they leaked in that map not only Hammerfell that will be a part of Elder Scrolls 6, because they cut off the Skyrim map.
Yeah,
they cut that off.
There is no sense.
So maybe
there's no sense, and I'm gonna let you finish. There's no sense to show half of Skyrim. You would either show all of Skyrim, like the maps we all see, or just show a map of Tamriel. Why would they cut off? And if they did it in a very awkward way, why would you cut off Skyrim?
So maybe the whole that whole thing is going to be Elder Scrolls 6.
Would that be
Wouldn't shock me. I mean, especially judging by what Todd Howard has said about wanting to make their games even bigger, about wanting to have more NPCs in cities. It makes 100% sense that this could be the case. We could be wrong. We've been wrong before.
It
It happens.
it would be neat to be able to go back into Skyrim in the Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
6. Maybe they put a little bit of Skyrim in the map so
Could have.
you can go back and visit what would be on that edge. That would be Markarth, wouldn't it? Maybe the town of Markarth is going to be in the Elder Scrolls 6. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's with these consoles now, with the Series X, PS5, they're only going to get better. We are only going to have upgraded versions of these said consoles. They are going to want to push these games to the limit, man. They're going to want to push these consoles, and I feel they're going to take advantage of the technology of these said consoles, and they're going to go nuts. And I feel we could be potentially be putting Bethesda and just gaming in general in a box by saying that Hammerfell is the location.
It's the only location.
It could be Hammerfell, but it could be everything else that you see in that picture. So that's just, it could mean anything.
Yeah.
But, if we can't put Bethesda in a box, we can't. It could be much more than what we are even anticipating or speculating upon. So I guess we will see.
Especially if it comes after Starfield, 2024, 2025. I wonder what.
Or it might not come after Starfield. Maybe before.
But what the technology is going to be then, what they can do. So
yeah.
Well, I have a question about the next BGS game, and I really want all you guys to think about it as well.
Yeah.
And I want to hear down in the comments your thoughts on this. What do you want with the next BGS game in regards to? I don't know if you'd call it the
guild system.
The builds, I guess, if you will, of your character. I know we all like to modify our character. We like to have a unique character. I love character creation. I spend hours in character creation, but that's just me. I would love to see more in that. But what I'm talking about the technical part. I'm talking about where you make your character. I'm going to be an archer. I'm going to be, a mage, whatever it is. But if you notice, Skyrim actually made that system a lot easier for people to navigate.
They dumbed it down, yeah.
But when you do that, you take out a lot of the ability to make your character your own. And then Fallout 4 almost completely took it away, where all you were doing were picking these, whatever they called them, and it was so simple, and it didn't take long till almost everybody's character was the same character, no matter what.
I love Fallout 4.
But you have to admit they really dumbed it down.
They dumbed it down. With 76, they reverted a little bit.
Yep.
No, they made it. They made it new, but they also made it difficult.
If you go back to games like Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 76, you actually are making a build that makes a major difference in the play of the game. There's some people right now in 76 that say, I cannot handle one wasteland. Everything's gotten too hard. And there are some of my guns, and it's, yes, I know they've done nerfs, but a lot of it is because of the build and because how you do your perks. I personally want to see, and this is where we're asking people, and I really want to know y'all's opinions. Do you want it more where Fallout 76, Fallout New Vegas type, where it's really intense? In other words, you're not going to have a 10-year-old that makes, and there may be out there, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. But,
hey, 10-year-olds, how you doing?
They would have a much easier time playing Fallout 4 than they would Fallout 76. I mean, it's
definitely.
Yeah. Or even Fallout New Vegas. They might just skip over that stuff, But I think it actually matters even more in 76. Do you want it more dumbed down and easier to play? It is much easier to play. Fallout 4 is more a, what they call them, slash and grabs or whatever. than a
I know.
true RPG. So what do you want Starfield? What do you want the Elder Scrolls 6? Which direction do you want to see a good mixture? Do you want to see them do it just like Skyrim, or do you want it to get more intense? I want to hear in the comments, okay? Even before Joe tells, I want you to be typing what you want. But what do you want with the next BGS game?
I don't want Fallout 4. I don't ever want to see that system ever again.
And hey, I don't mean to be putting down Fallout 4. I love Fallout 4.
No. But Fallout 4, I mean, I can't rank these games because I love them all. Yeah. Fallout 4 will always have a special place in my heart.
They all have their strengths and they all have their weaknesses. Yeah. But the build and the dialogue system was definitely two of the bad things at Fallout 4 that I'm with you. I don't want to see that again. So what do you want?
Oblivion. I think Oblivion's is the best, still the best, because at the end of the day, with Skyrim, it's going to take grinding. Same with Fallout 4, but you could have a 100, skills in everything. You can also in Oblivion, but it'll be too long. I just like Oblivion's better. Overall, Oblivion's took the cake for me, and I only spent a little bit of time in Oblivion.
So
I just think
you even want that kind for Starfield, not even.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to see Fallout 4. So then at that point, it's like, okay, if I can't have Oblivion and I can't have Fallout 4, and if we need the middle, I think Skyrim might be the middle. It could be. Even Fallout 3 New Vegas, that's more of the middle than Oblivion and then Fallout 4. Yeah. Fallout 4 was just, you could get to a point in Fallout 4, maybe you could get to that same point in Skyrim, where in Fallout 4 you could put the game on very hard and just steamroll through everything.
Yeah, once you got to
it got ridiculous.
Yeah. And like I said, everybody's character became the same character.
The same thing, yeah.
The one thing I do like about the way 76 does it, and I'm not saying I want the perk card system in, I do like it that you can change it all the time. In other words, you can start out as a rifleman build and go to a heavy gunner if you've got enough perk points. In Skyrim, you couldn't do that. You couldn't, I want to do something different. If once you put perks in a certain category, they were there.
You couldn't respect them.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
So I like it that the build is more than just at the start of the game, and I think that's one thing people don't get with Fallout 76. You don't do your build at the first of Fallout 76. You build it as you go, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I really liked about Skyrim, and you're going to have to remind me about Fallout 4. Fallout 76 does not have it. I loved the way you leveled up. I thought this was genius. I don't know why they went away from it. The more you used the bow, the better you got at it. And that makes sense.
Yeah, they use that in Skyrim, not Fallout 4. Yeah.
Why didn't they keep that? I want that back. If I'm using a certain weapon, I'm going to get better with it. That's real life.
I agree 100%. But same with Oblivion too. It's the same thing. Same thing with Oblivion.
Why would they go away from that?
I don't know. That's a great question, King. I guess they look at, other games like, let's say, a Call of Duty, for example, and when you're leveling up, let's say your battle pass, you're gaining XP as you're playing the game. It's not like, okay, but then you also have certain guns and you have to use those guns to get better with those guns.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would like if in Fallout, in Starfield, even in the next Fallout game, if they took a page out of Elder Scrolls book, and if it was like, hey, if you want to become a better rifleman, you need to use your rifle.
That's right.
Because if you could just become a master at it without ever even touching one,
Do you
I don't know.
remember Oblivion? That there was a, and again, I wish my mind was better. I think it was an
Yeah.
athletics category,
Okay.
but it was like agility, and the more
Uh-huh.
you jumped,
It was athletics, right?
I think it was athletics.
Yeah.
The more you jumped, the more it went up. So you watch
Yeah.
everybody's playthrough on Oblivion; they're jumping everywhere they go.
Yeah.
So I am glad they took that away. I mean,
Yeah.
it
That's
almost, yeah,
hilarious.
it was kind of like making iron daggers in Skyrim. That was the way to level up uh,
Really, yeah.
your smelting, is make the iron daggers.
Now I know that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Iron is the easiest thing to get. It's iron and leather. That's all you have to have.
Yeah.
Just sit there and make iron dagger, iron dagger, iron dagger, iron dagger. And then, and this is help for everyone. Then
Yeah.
get your skills and ability to make it. I know it's not called legendary, but I've been playing Fallout so long, to make it enchanted. Is that what they call it in the Elder Scrolls?
Uh-huh.
And then enchant every one of those, and it don't even matter what you enchant them to do. Just enchant every one of those daggers. Say you made 50 daggers. Well, your smelting goes up. Then enchant every one of it. Your enchanting goes up. Plus, now you've got 50 enchanted daggers. You've got more to sell than people have money. So I was making money, getting my XP up, getting my smelting up, getting my enchanting up.
Awesome.
But see that that system to me made sense. I think Skyrim, it was easy enough for a child to play, but it also you could kind of work on your build as you go. So I think they did again, Skyrim is a masterpiece, but they got that balance right. I would like to see them go backwards a little bit and make the build more intensive, more where you can change it, as you go. But I do like to see the build matter.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I mean, and yeah, I feel like with 76, I know it was a different studio. It wasn't Bethesda Maryland. It was Bethesda Austin that worked on the game and that works on the game. But I would like for future games to maybe follow suit, and your build matters, and it matters to how you play the game. And I feel if they took a little bit from 76 and a bit from Skyrim or Oblivion, it would make it into a good skill system.
Absolutely.
But I don't want them to streamline it anymore. No. Because like how much more can you streamline the game?
Not over
after Fallout 4. Yeah, like how much more? I don't think you can.
But
I don't know if it's possible.
And this could be a whole podcast topic. You're obviously going to get people to gripe, if it's too slimmed down. But if they make it too difficult, people gripe, and they don't even understand why they're griping, really. I mean, I've thought from the beginning this is one of 76's problems, is it's too difficult of a game. And some of you that play it may laugh about that, but it's because you've learned it. If you're new coming into the Fallout system, having to learn how to, say you're new to RPGs, or you might have played a little bit of Fallout 4. Anyway, you've never made a build like Fallout 76 wants you to make a build. It's overwhelming, and they don't hold your hand in that at all.
No.
At all.
King, random question. Maybe somebody has an answer for me down in the comments.
Okay.
This is completely random. Totally different from what we're talking about.
Okay.
So, in 76, do lunchboxes stack?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So I could use one, and then I could use another one, so then I get 50%.
Yeah. In fact, you do 4, and it's 100 extra XP. It's just like double XP.
So I could just do it myself.
Yeah. Open 4 lunchboxes.
I have like 30 of them right now.
Just do 4, because that goes to 100.
Yeah.
Plus, you get every one of those, whether it's plastic animals or confetti or whatever it is. Those are added as well. So I mean, lunchboxes are amazing.
and then you can buy them in the Atomic Shop.
Yes, and some people may gripe about that, but you can also buy them from the guy in Foundation.
That too.
and they're 100 gold.
100 bullion, yeah.
I had 5,000 gold. I had already bought my Secret Service armor. I bought my jetpack. I bought, both the Gauss shotgun and the Gauss minigun. I had bought I even bought the cattle prod just because, I didn't have anything else to spend the gold on. And I'm still making treasury notes, every day, getting treasury notes. So go to the guy there in Foundation and buy those lunch boxes. Yeah, it's like double XP. They don't last very long, but man,
awesome. It lasts an hour in game.
Yeah,
right?
Game hour. I think so.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
No, not for 100 gold.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. All right, King. I appreciate that.
I think we're out of time. So that was a great ending. We ended
through
with
my
tip.
pen.
Yeah, we ended.
Yeah, hey, it was good.
So
maybe we should do that for every episode. End with a tip.
Well, then you're going to have to come up with something off the wall, and then we'll try to do the tip together.
Off the cuff, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, summing up, Elder Scrolls 6, it looks like that it's been confirmed from the Elder Scrolls. It's from Bethesda themselves. They put it on Twitter. And I hope you saw today a little bit about the lore, about why that would be a great place. So, Joe, thank you for talking to me about...
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, isn't it awesome to be able to do this?
I love it.
Yep.
I want to do more.
Well, hey.
Let's do more. Every week.
Yes.
Let's do it.
We need to make this weekly. Well, Happy New Year to everyone. Let's make 2021 better than 2020.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.